welcome 239 Uncensored Living Southwest Florida and beyond, and I'm cranking up the music. Shannon's like, oh, I gotta listen to this music.
You play the music over me talking.
And well, yeah, usually I try to. I clap though when you come on. I clap when you come on.
Nice.
So what's up, Shannon?
Barely you. You look like you're exhausted.
Does everybody know? Oh, thanks. You look lovely
you look
too.
Terrible.
Does everybody know Shannon Livingston? I think we all do, right? Do we all know Shannon Livingston?
I've tried to put myself out there.
Yeah, you try to put yourself. I don't know. That's a good thing.
Well, I have a road named after me.
Yeah, you do.
They don't have a Jarrett Road here.
No, they sure the hell don't.
All
they don't
right,
even know how to spell Jarrett.
They don't even have a Tim Road.
It usually starts with a J.
That's
usually
right.
start with a J. But yeah, we got a little bit of we're going to do a little live today. It's a little bit different. We have a podcast coming up. So we got a little bit going on in the studio.
You guys keep changing it around. Every time I leave, I come in, there's new equipment, new
stuff,
keeping it fresh.
Yeah, we can actually go live now. So if you guys want to have 239 come out to your restaurant, to your show, things like that, we could probably make that happen.
To your event,
fundraising event. We're kind of looking into some of those.
We promise not to use the F word too many times.
Yeah, no, we don't want to do that.
Children.
No, we don't want to do that. So there's a lot of things going on. I actually just got back from Nashville, so I like to tell everybody.
You look so tired.
Yeah, it was a long one. But
handed you your ass.
Watching the football games up there, it was just a great weekend.
Chiefs.
It was
oh my gosh, that game.
That was crazy.
What, 25 points in the last?
Yeah, it was like they won it with 13 seconds to go. They were able to pull it off. Unbelievable. And Mahomes is good.
Mahomes is the best.
Yeah, Mahomes. He's a classy kid. I like him.
He is. He's such a nice boy.
Even
with the football.
And he's got I think he's got cold water going through his veins because he was like, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to.
Yeah. He always looks calm and usually like he's having a good time.
Yeah. So that's a good thing. But yeah. So what did you do this weekend?
What did I do this weekend?
Anything fun?
Really? No, nothing. I did stuff around my house. That's what I like to do.
Yeah. Stuff around your house?
I'm pretty boring. Yeah. I did stuff around my house.
Just a couple times I was like, I could be in my own bed, but we had a great time. Hotel was nice. Broadway's crazy.
Yeah. But Nashville is so fun, and it's the new town. It's the new town to be in
now. Yeah, it's
country music is now cool. Remember 20, 30 years ago wasn't so cool.
It's real cool.
Well, just because you listened to it.
We went into a couple places. It was fun, man. It was just like,
were they honky tonks? Like
honky tonks. Well, we did a couple of those, and we went to there's a Hampton Social there, which is similar, same owner, I believe, as we have in Naples, and we were actually able to watch half of the game on Saturday night, which was really good because the football game was being played in Nashville, the Titans, and they ended up losing to Cincinnati at the last second field goal. I felt bad for those guys because I really wanted the Titans to win that one. Mike Vrabel, the coach.
Don't you think Bengals fans they've earned it?
After 31 years, I kind of get into it. The guy goes, we're the best. And Burrow is going to he's better than Brady. I'm like, really? I mean, how could you even say that?
I don't even say that about Mahomes.
They're not even close.
They have, I don't know about not close, but they have different talents.
Yeah, they're not close. You got to play when you could play as long as Brady's played in the NFL, then you can start doing. Yeah, you can't
take
do
that away from them.
So let's talk a little bit about some Naples stuff.
So much going on. People are fighting back in Naples, right?
Yeah,
we're known as being paradise and pretty free down here in Florida, but not so free that you can go fishing on the pier on a Sunday. So you can't do that anymore, and people are pretty upset about it.
Yeah, so I think we got a little bit of a clip. So anglers are a little bit upset because they can't fish on the pier on a Sunday. When I first read this, I haven't dug into the whole reasoning behind it, but I think they want to try to do a study because birds are getting injured at the pier. But I'm just trying to think of why Sunday.
Right. Why not just fishing or no fishing? But it's like a Chick-fil-A rule. No fishing on Sunday. Why is that?
Yeah. I think what they're trying to do is do a study. Maybe they don't have the people at Conservancy to, come get the birds undone. But I just think that if you're going to do it, first off, I want everybody to be able to fish at the pier. The pier's been there, I think, since 1888 or something like that.
Why is that important that they fish off the pier?
Because that's where you get your depth. You can go in there and get all kinds of different type of fish. Fishing off the beach is a little bit difficult.
Gotcha.
So that's one you don't want to mess with those anglers. I'm just warning. You don't want to mess with
hooks and pliers.
Yeah, you don't want to fuck with those guys. And it gets them out a little bit. And it's been something they've been doing since 1888. It's been
okay,
forever.
but can't they get a boat?
Well, not everybody has access to a boat. Not everybody's got tons of money like you do.
Well, if they're fishing during the middle of the day, then I would say maybe they're retired. Maybe they could get a friend with a boat, or maybe they could just go fishing on a Saturday. I don't think this is that big of a deal, but people are very upset about it.
Well, I think if you're going to do it maybe on an off day, because a lot of times people do work, and if they're trying to do a study, let's do it on a day where maybe not as many people are at the pier. I don't know if you get a real good numbers on a study.
So what is the study going to be? If people are fishing, birds get hooked. If they're not fishing, they don't get hooked. I mean, I could complete that study right now.
Yeah,
study done.
Pretty much it. If you don't have anybody fishing on the pier, chances are they're not going to get hooked.
What those numbers are now. It's going to be 0.
So if anybody knows, anybody wants to comment, put something in there, give us a little bit more information about that. But I just think that let's if you can do it 6, let's let them fish. Why Sunday?
Well, like you said, they may not have the employees at the conservancy to be able to come and handle the emergencies. I don't know.
Yeah, let's figure out. We'll figure out a way to get somebody.
Can we get maybe cops to fill in on Sundays and
well,
It's
funny you say that, because I used to work in the Florida Marine Patrol,
mm-hmm.
and one of our jobs was manatees, pelicans.
Right. You guys are
all
already
that stuff.
trained.
However, I used to take them to the conservancy, but as far as like getting them, fish hook, out of their wing, I'm probably not qualified to do that.
Maybe you could foster them overnight, like the Humane Society could just take that pelican home for a night or two until the place opens up again.
Yeah, maybe like a little, bottle of milk, make them happy.
I think if you hook them on your line, you're responsible for them until you can send them back home. Would you foster a pelican?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Put them in your bathtub?
Yeah. Let them
in your neighbor's pool?
Yeah. Float around the backyard. Pelican, about 20 miles from the beach. That'd be great. I don't know.
Don't we have enough pelicans?
Come on, Shannon. You are. Hey, you guys can crucify her, not me. I've warned her. I know. And you folks that fish at the pier, you need to get in here and speak up, because I think you should be able. I think with all the money we have in Naples, we should be able to find a way to keep this shit going on Sunday too.
Well, but here's the thing about pelicans. If you live on the beach and the whole front of your house is glass, which was my previous situation, pelicans actually shit sideways. So when they're flying by your house and they do their business, it flies right on.
If you're living on the beach, I can get someone to clean it up for you.
Yeah, get somebody
on the beach. Get somebody to clean it up for you. That's what I agree.
And it's purple. I don't know what they eat, but their shit is purple.
Well, probably eating some purple fish,
berries or something. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. Pelicans pretty much eat anything, don't they?
I don't know, but they shit anything.
Yeah.
As long as it's on your glass.
Yeah. So another thing that's coming, looks like it's going to be coming to Naples, is they're gonna call it the Paradise Coast Trail, which I thought was pretty cool.
Do they make you walk that?
No, from my understanding, it's 70 miles.
It's 70 miles.
It's 70 miles.
I'm not too excited about walking that.
So what they're doing, what they're proposing to do, and it's going to be a pretty cool thing. It's going to start, looks like somewhere in the city. It's going to shoot up Collier Boulevard, out to Oil Well, out to Immokalee, and then you can turn around and come back.
And this is for bicyclists?
Bicycles, I'm told, and also for walking.
Yeah, because we have huge numbers of bicyclists that are killed.
Blocking up the road.
Oh, so you think they're a problem?
I'm like, anybody who goes out
down, you got to pick them back up, or they're just like a speed bump down.
Anybody who goes out on a bicycle in Naples is crazy as shit.
I won't ride a motorcycle here because of that.
Yeah.
You ride a motorcycle.
I do, but I usually try to ride at night. Not that matters, but
you're a little bigger, but still. But a bicycle, no.
A bicycle. I'm like, do you realize, folks? You folks that ride a bicycle, and I appreciate the fact that you do it, but do you realize the people that text and drive, and it's going to be a matter of this guy going like this, and he's going to, what was that? That's you flying, 35 feet in the ditch.
And we have the 3-foot rule here, which nobody knows about. Yeah. But you're supposed to stay in your car 3 feet from the bicycle lane. Anybody on a bicycle. I don't ever see that ever. I just see people whizzing right by, and they don't see the bicyclist at all.
For those folks who are listening, do you guys, what's your thoughts and feelings about these bikes? I mean, me personally, I don't have a problem with the bikes that the bikers who follow the rules of the road, but I see a lot of them just busting through signs and
and then they look at you like you're the asshole.
Yeah, they get one person up in the front who's the leader that says no cars are coming, they're busting through. So I will ask, if you're like out on a bicycle, just make sure you're careful and understand that the cars can't see you, and it's pretty dangerous. But I think this would be a really cool alternative. Wouldn't you like to get on there and go 70 miles
with an electric bike? Yes. I would need an electric.
And that's going to be another thing. Are they going to allow electric bikes?
I don't know. Are we entering into a world where they're not going to allow anything anymore? I think so. Like the government wants to just regulate no fun for any of us.
Safe play.
But I don't want to be safe. I want to be free.
Yeah.
I'll take.
Well, just go on your bicycle right now on Vanderbilt. I
don't have a bicycle truly because of that. I thought about buying a bicycle and then seeing how many people are injured and killed on bikes in this area. You have a better shot with lightning. You might as well go outside naked, holding on to some metal and dance around in a rainstorm.
Yeah, I agree. It's this thing is proposed to cost $35 million.
That's nothing. That's 35 medians to us. We're Collier County.
I agree. I think we should do it.
Yeah. And it really is part of what makes
Can we
us special.
just chip in a little bit? Like, I'll give $10 to give it a kick.
Put my name on it when it's all done.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. You want Livingston bicycle route.
This is the Livingston Trail.
Yeah, exactly.
She talked about it once, so we're going to name it after her.
Exactly. So yeah, so there's a lot of things going on in Naples. A lot of things that are happening. I like this. I like that. I think that bike trail will be good.
We have so much natural beauty here. I know that everybody thinks Naples is just all fancy pants and expensive shopping, but we really do have beautiful nature, and it would be nice to have a safe way to enjoy that.
Yeah, I agree. And I honestly, truly do feel bad for the people that are out riding on the bikes, taking their lives. And the funny thing is, well, the odd thing about it is I don't even know if they realize how dangerous it is. Doing what I've done for as long as I have and just seeing these people get hit, it's just terrible.
Well, and what about the people that drink before they get out on their bike?
Yeah.
You can get a DUI on a bike,
oh,
right?
We talked about that.
With all that nature, I think people probably do some shrooms every once in a while, too.
Probably.
Before they go riding around.
Well, I know this next guy's doing some serious shrooms. Travis Pastrana.
Sounds like pastrami.
Yeah, he has been a world-class motorcycle cross guy forever, and he's into these stunts. I don't know if you saw it on the news. Do you have a chance to see this on the news?
I heard a little bit about it.
He got permission from the Fort Lauderdale film industry or film group or association to jump out of a hotel and land into a park nearby. Well, it didn't go that good. I know we have a clip. We kind of took the clip.
Where's the footage?
We got the kind of clip. Took the clip from Channel 7. And look at this, man. He comes out of the hotel. I'll look good for a minute. And then you hear this other guy go, oh shit, not so good. He had a pretty hard landing. So but he had the permit. He had everything. He was good to go. Probably should have had somebody down there with EMS that was ready for him to
that's a
crash.
Permit to film. That's not like we know what we're doing with this whole parachute thing.
Exactly.
Now, have you been parachuting?
I never did it. I don't
Even
think I really want
military?
to. No, never did. I'm in the Air Force. We used to be in the planes. Let somebody else jump out of them.
But you never flew out, or you never jumped out?
No, I never did.
Because you knew it was smarter to stay in the plane?
Yeah. Well, they had this. Speaking of that too, though, did you see the lady out in Belgrade? There's an airport out there that does it, and she had multiple jumps. She's like 62 years old.
I saw that, the older woman.
Yeah, I felt bad.
Yeah, and she had a tough landing.
Yeah.
Not so good.
Ending.
So this guy, he was a stunt guy, this parachute guy?
Yeah, so Travis Pastrana does all kinds of stunts. He has done motocross, world-class motocross rider. He's done a lot of things. So he did this for an upcoming show, and he was putting a bunch of stunts together. And believe it or not, I heard on the news this morning he had a broken pelvis. They've put him back together, and he's going to be up and can't wait to get doing it again.
You know, I was friends with Evel Knievel.
Yeah, you told me that.
Before he passed away. And we were drinking one night. This was after his second liver, and he did not order wine, but he would drink mine. And I would say, your liver knows, right? Like, you don't have to order it from the waitress. It knows if you're drinking at all.
Right. No secret.
Right. But I said, what made you, because I think he still holds the Guinness World Book record for broken bones.
Yeah, it's
person with
some
the most
crazy
broken bones.
number.
So I said, what made you be a daredevil? Like, were you always an adrenaline junkie? Did you always, want to do these things? He said, no, it had nothing to do with that. I like to gamble and I don't like to work. And this is one of the few ways that I could have a big payoff, to something I was willing to do. And I owed my bookies. And so that's what he told me was his whole motivation behind it. It was easy and it was a lot of money.
That's a good story. How did you know Evel Knievel?
Through
Friend
some
of
of
yours?
the Kansas City mobsters.
Okay.
He had a long history with the KC mob, and as did I. And so we were drinking together one night. And he asked me to watch his little dog Rocket. He used to drive his own RV with his trailer with all the stuff in it himself. He really liked doing all of that himself. And he would take his little dog. And some places he couldn't take his dog, so he would ask me to watch him.
Oh, that's kind of cool. When I was a kid, I had that Evel Knievel.
Oh yeah, my brother did
Oh
too.
my God, that thing was awesome. I don't even think you can get them anymore. They should bring them back. But you used to crank it, and you push a button.
It would go on the ramp, right?
And it would go on a ramp. And it was actually, I don't know if anybody's ever seen those or anybody's ever used them, but it would go on the ramp. And if you set the ramp up just right, and it was counterbalanced, it was a motorcycle too.
Flip.
It would, if you could get it to flip, it would flip. If you could my big thing is just to get it to land without crashing. And it would actually, it's a motorcycle. It used to stand up and go.
He
Good
was
toy.
Such a hard ass. He really, he was a tough guy. But he was also super sweet. He did offer his whole team of surgeons to me for my son, and offered to pay for anything that insurance would not.
I think you and Evel had something a little bit more.
He would have liked that. He did try to put his mouth on my mouth.
I think you and Evel had something a little bit more. A little bit. You and Evel Knievel.
He actually learned who my boyfriend was at the time, and he stopped trying to put his.
Oh,
mouth
really?
on my
Evel
mouth.
Knievel got scared of somebody.
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah, those old Italian men are pretty scary.
Evel Knievel tried to make out with Shannon.
I wouldn't say scared. I would say respected. He wasn't the guy that you scared off, but he had a lot of respect for his friends.
Yeah, well, that makes sense. Yeah.
But it was very cool meeting someone, because my brother was a huge fan. So to meet somebody that had been such an icon in the 70s when we grew up, all little boys wanted to be Evel Knievel.
Yeah, and I'm sure you remember, because you're a little bit older than I am, but
better looking though.
So they used to have events, and at 8 o'clock, Evel Knievel would jump.
Yes.
So it would be you wait all day, and our parents, my mother and father, would be like, all right, you can stay up and watch Evel Knievel jump. It's at 7 o'clock on a Sunday night. We're like, yeah, all day long. We'd be like, oh, we're gonna get to see Evel Knievel jump. And I really don't know if I don't remember him crashing. I remember him a lot of crashes, but I don't remember him on prime TV crashing.
Well, that Snake River jump, right? The rocket, he didn't make it.
That was crazy.
He crashed.
Yeah.
So I think he crashed more than he made it, but he said he got paid either way. So that was the thing. You just showed up and you did it, and then you paid off your bookie and went about your business.
Evel Knievel.
Yeah.
Evel Knievel.
I mean, he would take a baseball bat to you. He got into trouble in KC.
Oh, I'm sure the hell. Yeah. Where is he from there?
No. He was from Montana.
Okay.
Very much a Montana boy.
Yeah. And he just rolled in every now and then.
He had, I mean, he was friends with the upper echelon of Kansas City.
Well,
so they were also out in Vegas together. His office was on Tropicana out in Vegas. And so there was a lot of Vegas tie-in as well. I can say all these things now because most of them are dead.
Yeah. Well, I think anybody wants to be friends with Evel Knievel. They're like, I got crazy.
I actually called him Bob. I mean, people called him Bobby and Bob and Rob and Robert, I guess, but I don't know. I called him Bob. I said, I can't call you Evil. It just makes me feel weird.
What a name, though.
I know that's your name.
That's like
and
badass.
It's AVEL. But
not that I want to be Evel Knievel.
But he was, an older gentleman by the time I met him.
Yeah. Like how old? How he spent time in St. Petersburg too, I believe, right? Or no?
I don't know, because this was all in KC. I mean, he was
call me Evel Knievel.
He was in his 60s, but it wasn't like 60s down here. I mean, it was a hard drinking,
bone
breaking life.
Yeah, beat up his whole body.
Yeah,
beat up his whole body. So Naples is not. We saw one little incident while we were in Nashville with a fight, but the shit happens in Naples. Believe it or not, fight with a machete.
Oh my gosh, a machete. Do you think that's
Naples
a cultural thing because we do have these other cultures internationally that use machetes. Because in Kansas City, I didn't see machete madness like I see here in Florida.
No, it's an easy, accessible tool. So if you can, we have a monitor here, but you can see it here. So he was at the Bamboo Gardens, go figure, right? Bamboo Gardens off Collier Boulevard, and he basically went after a guy with a machete. Make a long story short, I've seen people getting cut with machetes and their guts were out and they live. They're like talking to me fine. We're like, push the guts back in, jump on a thing, and we're in the ambulance and we're good.
A machete, like, how do you even travel with that? It's not like a pocket knife.
Probably went back to the truck.
And then you don't drop
the
it
machete.
when like the cops are pulling up and you don't think, wow, this is a huge machete in my hand. I should probably not have this.
Yeah. So the actual owner of this had a video of the incident. We're trying to, figure out how we can get a copy of that. Not that I want to see this guy run through the bar with a machete, but that's pretty tough to defend when you have a video.
If I'm in a bar,
okay,
and some guy walks in, runs in with a machete, he's not running toward me, but he's running toward people. I have a gun in my purse. Can I take my gun out and shoot him so that I'm protecting the other people?
As a law enforcement officer, you could. As a civilian, probably not a good idea.
Because I'm not standing my ground.
Yeah.
I'm protecting people around me.
So just with the limited information I have, basically you as a police officer, just not to cut off on that one, but if you're in fear of your life or your failure to not act, if somebody else is going for somebody else, causing, deadly harm to somebody else, we have to act. If you're a personal civilian, you could probably justify it. Maybe if a guy's running through there and attacking other people, I think you could definitely do that with the machete.
I would shoot first and work it out later.
Well, and that's really what it comes down to. I had a friend shot at somebody and luckily they missed the guy. He took off. Probably was justified in doing it, but your life changes, after that. Even if it is somewhat justified.
But also, if you're shooting at somebody and they're not coming at you, and then law enforcement maybe is there at the same time or comes in after, they're going to shoot the person with the gun also. So that kind of puts you into a position of uncertainty. Yeah.
So you have that would be considered unknown friendly fire, right? So you're holding a gun,
right?
Cops responding to gunshots, maybe not the machete or vice versa. They go there and they see you with a gun.
Right. They don't know who
it is. Obviously you have to obey all the commands. You don't want to be lifting up the gun and, trying to figure out, how to aim it on somebody if the cops are.
No, but I just, I got to put
it. No, it's good.
You
That's
coming
good.
into a bar or a restaurant where I'm sitting and you have a machete, you're going to get shot.
Yeah. Again, if
I'm going to get a good lawyer later, but you're going to get shot.
Yeah. If you're in danger of your life or somebody else's.
And isn't it like the Seinfeld episode with like the good citizen law where you have to do something?
Yeah, I think you'd be covered with that. But like I said, it's not a situation you want to have to try in court. But all you honestly have to do is say my failure to act
would have resulted
in a death of somebody. So you are protecting yourself or somebody else. But you got to kind of legally, lawfully be able to carry that firearm. And if I know you ran a scenario with a bar,
right?
But if a bar obviously
you're not
conceal firearm, right?
You're not supposed to have your gun in a place that only serves alcohol.
Correct.
Anyway, or sitting at the bar at a restaurant. If I go to Applebee's and I have my gun, I'm not supposed to sit at the bar.
Correct.
Most people don't know that. I paid attention during my class.
Yeah, just alcohol and guns don't really.
What if I'm in Outback Steakhouse and somebody just looks really shady with their steak knife? Can I shoot them and then work it out later?
Well, not if they look shady, but if they're maybe going after somebody.
Like if they're yelling at their wife and they're like this with their steak knife, and I just like put a bullet in them?
Yeah, probably not.
I have a lot of questions for law enforcement.
So that's a good point, though. A lot of people don't understand, like, these law enforcement decisions are very quick. They're rapidly. They happen quick and it's rapid, it's fast, and a lot of people, a lot of people don't realize that these men and women out there have to do those things, and they see the same videos as we do. They just this weekend they had a police officer killed. He stops a car. The guy, before he can even look up or even attempt to get a police officer before he can even attempt to get out of his car, this guy is already coming towards him, shooting open fire on him. You know, so that's something these poor men and women have to deal with every day.
I just can't imagine. I know we've talked before about arming teachers and the same thing. Some of the confusion there for law enforcement if they do have to show up with an active shooting situation. So I don't know. We love our guns in the United States. I admit that I'm a gun lover myself. I like knowing that if I'm out by myself, I can defend myself.
Yeah. No, having that firearm is definitely, for me, I can't use the word comfort. It's kind of something that I've always had. So not having it feels like you're kind of like naked and bare.
It's like not having your cell phone.
Yeah. So when I travel and I go to some other place, I don't take my gun. You know, just too much of a liability and it's a little bit hectic unless I'm traveling.
You lock it up though, right? You just lock it up in a case, and as long as it's locked,
but flying and getting there and things like that, like going to Nashville or something like that, I'm gonna be in a bar. I mean, I'll just keep it at home. Yeah. But if I'm driving, I'll take my gun with me.
Maybe you could start a new business of registered gun owners that can rent a firearm when they travel.
Yeah, that would maybe work. That maybe work.
Sometimes I come up with good ideas.
It'd be kind of interesting. The thing is, each state's so different. You know, New York, you get caught with a gun, you freaking lock you away forever.
Where you actually need it.
Yeah. I'm looking around the subway and I just look at these people. I'm like, this person could easily have a gun and just take us all out. And before you even knew it, you'd be done.
Well, people really have lost their minds. And I know that COVID was just not good for mental stability of anyone. I think it's part of the reason people have left their service jobs, because the rest of the world is a little crazy.
Yeah, there's a lot of.
So people just need to calm the fuck down.
Yeah, a lot of nuts and stuff going on. It is crazy. It is crazy. Well, we're going to get about 20 minutes in today.
Let's
live.
wrap it up.
That's live. I know you got a couple other things going on. But we really, really want to hear from you. So if you got anything, comment below.
Well, we have this new live on-site capability. So I'm excited to start doing maybe some of the fundraisers and other events around town.
Yeah, no, that'll be a really good time.
You'll wear a gown, right?
Yeah, whatever you need me to do.
Tiara?
Yeah, whatever. Yeah. All right. You know what, Shannon? We can do it live, and we are. Ow! Yeah, a little different view. 229. That's